Hey, how you doing, guys? Welcome to a Pokemon Showdown video. It's gonna be slightly different. I'm not doing any sort of specific tactic or gimmick, but I just want to show off my team because I'm gonna date this video October 27th. I'm not sure when I'm posting this, but there's just been a huge Pokemon Sun and Moon update. We've got the types of the final starters. We've got all the legendary, well, not legendaries, but all the Guardians of Alola or whatever. Tapu Koko, Tapu Lele, Tapu Bulu, Tapu Fini. I sound so dumb saying those. But yeah, I'm most excited honestly about the metagame. I'm probably not gonna get the game myself. Sun and Moon. I don't have a 3DS. Fuck it. I'm not spending more money on that. But the metagame is going to be fucking nuts. It's gonna be crazy. We got so many cool type combinations, like, you know, Primarina, the final evolved form of Popplio. That's Water Fairy. So is Tapu Fini. We got Tapu Bulu, Tapu Lele, Tapu Koko. I believe they all have unique type combinations with Fairy, and considering that they're not technically classified as legendary Pokemon under the Pokemon Sun and Moon website, chances are they're going to be available in OU tier, or maybe Ubers, but probably OU. On top of that, we got like Turtonator. He's a fire dragon that doesn't involve Mega Evolution. Type Null, I don't know what the hell's up with that thing, but it's like a mini Arceus, which is really cool. Jangmo, Hakamo, and Como. Dragon Fighting, they look sick. Look at this, Como. That thing's probably fucking bulky and strong as hell. It doesn't look particularly quick. And it's unfortunate that it's Dragon Fighting in this generation because Fairy type is just gonna kill it. But in the previous generation, oh my god, that would have been overpowered. As well, there are some crazy abilities. Salandit, his ability, Corrosive, lets you poison anything, which is nuts. You kidding me? Corrosion, sorry. Yeah, so you can inflict poison on any Pokemon regardless of type. And that's just nuts. Now, no poison or steel Pokemon is safe because as long as you have this thing on its team, and probably the next evolution, because this thing looks like something that can evolve, you're screwed. This thing's probably gonna be a staple. Shit, you got Gumshoos and Yungoos with the ability Stakeout. That's nuts. Stakeout, it doubles the amount of damage inflicted on an opponent that switches in or enters the field mid-battle. Like, oh, that's crazy. Can you imagine sending out a Pokemon, sending out like let's say a Ghost type or something, so you can make use of Gumshoos' normal type and not get hit by his attacks, and then he comes in with a super powered Crunch that's double power because you just switched in. I mean, it's probably not going to happen in that exact situation, but it's nuts. They've got some awesome abilities. They got some cool new typings, especially the Alola typings. The Alola forms. Got an awesome Grimer and Muck, Poison Dark, which could, I'm not sure exactly whether that would be any good, but his Psychic weakness is completely eliminated. I'm not sure if it helps his stab moves. You got the Marowak, the Fire Ground, which looks freaking awesome. And yeah, I don't know what the hell Ultimate Beasts are up to, but I imagine also that the Alolan forms will be available consecutively alongside the regular forms in the metagame. So like, holy shit, before the metagame changes up too much, I just want to introduce my team so that we can see what I've done with it and how I like battling. I'm currently on like about a 56-52 win-loss, which is not good. I was just on a losing streak, I have to admit. Maybe 57-52, but this is the team that I found most effective, and I just want to go through each part of it because I'm probably going to be changing around quite a bit depending on what I see after the metagame gets updated. So first of all, I got Kieran Black. I need to have this thing because just look at the stats. Look at this! It's crazy. It's decently fast, it's powerful as hell, and it's bulky. It's just everything, and I've attached a Life Orb to it just so it hits extra hard. So even Pokemon that are not particularly affected by its moves they're just dead. So I've got Iron Head for any Fairy type coverage. Fairy type Pokemon tend not to be the quickest, and there are no priority Fairy moves. So Iron Head's very good. Also against Diancie. I guess no one really predicts that a Pokemon will have Iron Head when you send it out. So yeah, catch Diancie's off guard very nicely when they come out to Stealth Rock, especially because you have Magic Bounce. Diancie has Magic Bounce. It's a good Pokemon to have if you want to avoid status conditions and hazards and stuff like that. Anyways, I got Dragon Claw for the same type attack bonus. We got Ice Beam just for coverage, and because let me just see, like, Is there a reason why I didn't choose a physical ice type? He doesn't have any physical ice type moves, no wonder. Yeah, so Ice Beam, and then Roost is because he has a Life Orb. Anyways, I've got Gliscor. I love Gliscor. Gliscor is an absolute menace to fucking deal with. Obviously I got the Toxic Orb on it. Protect, so I can restore HP, and also protect against getting knocked off, and protect against maybe getting like burned by Will-O-Wisp or something like that. He has a Swords Dance because Gliscor's attack goes sky high with Swords Dance. And then also Earthquake and Knock Off. Earthquake because of the attack bonus, and then Knock Off because it's my only Pokemon with Knock Off. And Knock Off is very, very valuable. In terms of attack and speed, I wasn't sure whether to maximize the speed or not. I haven't. This is the set that Smogon suggested, so I don't know too much about battling. I'm not actually that good, but I've had particularly success with this team. And Gliscor is bulky as fuck. Like, look at that defense stat. It's already pretty good without needing to do anything. And it takes a lot of hits. Next I've got Latias. Mega Latias, obviously. Well, not obviously, I guess, but I wanted to have at least one Mega in my team. And Latias was so good that I figured that I could make it even better with a Mega Stone. And so this thing's got Calm Mind because, you know, why the hell not? I've won so many battles by just setting up and then spamming Calm Mind while my opponent doesn't do anything. Recover because it doesn't have a leftovers option. Dragon Pulse because of the same type of attack bonus. And special attack stat being better than the attack stat. I'm not going to go for a physical Latias. And then Shadow Ball. So I was considering doing Psychic, but as you can see here I do have a Starmie. And Shadow Ball is able to catch quite a lot of Pokemon off guard. For example, like Alakazam gets killed pretty easily. I can't think of many more off the top of my head, but just like any ghost type who's like, oh, well, I don't know how to switch into here because I'm gonna kill this Latias, and then I bust out my my Shadow Ball, and there's no problem. So I found that Shadow Ball worked very well. I have type coverage with Starmie because Starmie has Psychic instead, and this is quite a nice surprise. Got a good trick up my sleeve, especially if any Psychic type Pokemon come out against this thing saying, okay, you can't hit me with anything. Yeah, so Latias is also decently bulky, and I just love having Calm Mind on this thing. It saved me so many times. Next I got Starmie. I did have a, what's it called? Wise Lens? Wise Glasses? Fuck, it's the one that boosts special type moves. I can't talk anymore. Anyways, I decided to do Leftovers just because I didn't want to have to waste a turn doing Recover when I can just kill things. It's got Scald for the burn. I could have used Hydro Pump or Surf, but I like Scald. Everyone uses Scald. Psychic because it's same type attack bonus and it does a shit ton of damage. Thunderbolt because it's just like, it's good against, I don't know, well, it's good against water types first of all, and they're not expecting necessarily a Starmie to have Thunderbolts. So this thing's pulled me out of quite a few tricky situations. In a situation where Psychic moves and Water moves wouldn't do very well, Thunderbolts come in very, very handy, especially since I don't have Ice Beam, because that is covered by Death already. I want to have as much type coverage as possible. Naturally, he has Rapid Spin because that is the only way I have to remove any sort of hazard. And like, look at these stats, they're great. The speed is 361, and it is faster than a Gengar, and that's why I love using Starmie over Gengar. Because it's faster than Gengar. It can kill him with one Psychic, assuming Gengar's on a Focus Sash, which usually they aren't. And it's got a shit ton of special attack as well, so I prefer Starmie over Gengar in pretty much any situation, especially since Mega Gengar isn't allowed in the OU tier where I battle. So yeah, Starmie is just pretty much an all-purpose special attacker. I have my Heatran. Basically, I gave him enough special attack, defense, and HP to resist dying against a Weavile. I'll talk more about that later. But he is my Stealth Rocker. After battle with my friend, I decided that Roar was the best option to have because no one's expecting a Heatran to just come in and then roar you out when you've substituted and you're setting up your Swords Dance or whatever, your Speed Boost Scolipede. Holy cow, I hate that thing. So Roar is good. Flash Fire is, I mean, I prefer Flash Fire to Flame Body just because it has come in handy on a very few occasions, and it also works nicely when a Pokemon uses Burn against me. It uses a Will-O-Wisp because people are like naive, I guess they're not expecting it. Maybe they think I have Flame Body, whatever, they're stupid. Anyways, I got Earth Power because of the special attack. I didn't want it to have Earthquake, and I got Flamethrower for the attack bonus. And lastly, I've got my Reuniclus. Jeez, I love this thing. This thing carries the entire team. Magic Guard means that your Pokemon can only be damaged by direct attacks. So Poison, Burn, what's it called? Stealth Rock, I think actually still does affect. No, it doesn't. Stealth Rock, I'm gonna have to check up on that. But basically, this thing can be used to sponge up all the Will-O-Wisps, all the Toxics. I mean, obviously the effects of the burn still occur. The attack gets minimized, but I'm a special attacker anyway, so I don't care. This thing is an absolute godsend. It's bulky. It's got very, very, very good special defense. It can even take some physical attacks I've experienced, especially because the HP stat is high. Its speed sucks, but when it's able to sponge up so much stuff besides like a dark type attack, then who really cares? You know, knockoff is the only thing that's really going to kill this thing in one shot, unless you absolutely have, like, I don't know, maybe a Sucker Punch Bisharp, which I don't really encounter too much. But yeah, this thing's got Recover just because it is extremely annoying to get its health down. Toxic because it's not really that viably offensive, or at least the set I'm doing isn't. It's very bulky. Toxic works very well. Psychic because it's the same type of attack bonus, and then Energy Ball catches so many Pokemon off guard. This thing can kill a Starmie very easily without losing too much health to any of Starmie's attacks. And I don't know, eventually you'll find the odd Pokemon that's weak to grass, and then suddenly whip out an Energy Ball, kill him in one hit. So Reuniclus is absolutely my favorite Pokemon in this team. It is such a tank. It saved me on so many occasions, and as you're gonna see, I'm just gonna put a compilation of some of my favorite battles, or some of the parts of my favorite battles. Reuniclus is really the MVP of this team. Now, weaknesses of this team. There are quite a few. Weavile is the fucking bane of my existence. Oh my god. That thing is faster than every single Pokemon on my team. It'll kill Starmie in one hit. It'll pretty much kill Latias in 2 hits. So if Latias isn't at full health when this thing gets sent out, it's dead. It kills the Gliscor with Icicle Crash. It kills Black Kyurem fairly easily with Low Kick. So again, this thing has to be at full health. And really, Heatran's the only one that can take this thing because Low Kick is the only move that Weavile uses that's super effective against it, and Flamethrower has just enough to kill it in one hit. So Stealth Rock also helps as well against Weavile. That is really the one Pokemon that fucking tears my team up every time. And I don't really know how to change it, so you know, if you have any suggestions on how I could improve this team in terms of what it's weak to, that would be great, because as you can see here, Starmie, Latias, Reuniclus are all weak to dark type moves, which is extremely unfortunate considering knockoff is so common. And then Gliscor and Latias also have an ice type weakness. So it's not ideal. But I tend to use just power and speed, especially Starmie. Holy cow. And that usually tends to work. Latias as well, very fast 350 speed stat. And that's generally how I do things. And it's unfortunate because, oh, 1 second. That's, okay, that's cool. Anyways, so that's pretty much all I have to say. I am going to now show you some of my favorite battles, some of my favorite moments, some of my best wins, and hopefully you enjoy, and hopefully, I mean, this is probably going to come out right before the game comes out itself, or maybe not, but it's definitely going to come out before Showdown gets updated. So if I'm ever online and you want to battle, feel free, subscribe, like this video, share all this good stuff, and I'll be back with some music content next week, probably. Yeah, I think so, even though I don't know what I've planned to upload by the time I've done this video. Alright, see you later!